thermal muffler. That's all to do with the straight pipe. So we're gonna stick this son of a bitch in fucking probably in, I don't know what that is there, probably B1. We got this big fucking thing behind it. We're gonna just step it out of the way. How hard were you pulling on that kid? Your hand is smoking. Ah, pooped on ya. What, did she peed on you? Oh. This cow here's her last year at the old ranch. She's getting to be a bit of a swing bag, so she had a real fucking tall calf, of course, so it's having a hard time finding where to suck. A7? But you're such a good old girl. Yeah, you just about let us get them doing it in the corral, but there's just too many interesting things we had to turn and look at once in a while, right? This works good though, eh? Yeah. Mummy Amanda's got it under control. This little guy was born overnight. Full of piss and vinegar, the little heifer anyways, so. Cold out though, so a little bit of heat rocking in here, the old cancer cannon, so. Oh, where did that thing go? Oh, it's so good, but where did it go? Damn it. You gotta try for yourself a little bit. Oh boy, I'm happy, I'm hungry. Tail's just going. You're supposed to lick their bum, not rub it. Are you better now? Yeah. Your emotions have calmed down? Yeah? Yeah? Good now? Okay, good. Emotions are so hard to deal with. So, the power steering pump took a shit on the old blue 1-ton. So I got Antoine to bring me his used one, spare, but I didn't realize, obviously, didn't know the difference. Quite a bit different. These have hydraulic brakes, so 3 lines on it. Half-tons don't. I did not know that. Well, I mean, if I'd have thought about it, I'd have known that, but I just went, oh, 350, it'll all be the same. Anyway, what we're working on right now is new starter for the 4440. I got the old one off over there. It had a dead spot, and half the time you'd click the button and nothing would happen. So I got a gear reduction one here, like what we put on the 46. They're actually just about half the price of the standard ones, so we'll go over and get that into place, and then there's usually a couple things we got to change on the wiring to make things line up and reach. So talk to you here in a second. Alrighty, it's on there. I'm gonna have to recreate my battery cables a little bit to make it reach, and same with our signal wire here. And I don't actually know where this is supposed to hook up on this thing. Their instructions are kind of vague. Dad put the one on the 4640 and he's not here right now to ask him, but if I was a betting man, I bet you it's in behind this stupid plastic black cover under here, maybe, because that's about the only thing I can see covered up that might have a terminal to hook up to. So guess what? That's tomorrow's problems, when we can ask him where we're actually going to hook things up that way. Right, Boop? Yeah. Yep. Anyway, it's supper time, so we're gonna go get that out of the way. Talk to you in the morning. Oh, hey. thing number 2 we're working on. It's the next morning. Haven't dealt with that yet. Just because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, honestly, to where things need to go. And the instructions, all they tell you to do is reconnect the wires where they're supposed to go. So that's a lot of fucking help. There's no diagram, nothing to... Anyway. See that? The fatal flaw. It's one of those things. The motor is under the dash, attached to the column. Then you got hoses. And those hoses start to leak eventually. Or you can have a case that still has the motor under the dash, but a universal joint in between, so the hoses don't have to move. But then the universal joint fucks up, and they want $300 for the replacement one. I don't know, 6 of one, half dozen of another. So, I gotta pull my little tray and monitors out of the way. We'll get the dash off and see what it is exactly that is leaking. It's coming from over by the diff pedal, so, or the diff lock, so. I don't know, hopefully it's just a hose, nothing else, but we will find out. Who else is good for this? That's halfway done, but I kind of hit a wall because, as you know, I'm not sure where they want that one to go to. So while we wait for Dad, we'll pull the dash apart, see where our leak is. So you get that tore apart. Find that the oil's dripping from the tack cable, so we need an O-ring for it, which I don't have. So, well, I should work on cleaning some of this up. So kind of start cleaning on that. And then you get a call that the new power steering for the pump for the 1 ton is in. So you get that apart, start working on that. Then you find out the puller you have isn't the right thing to pull that off. So you talk to your buddy who has all kinds of different tools, and he shows you something like this, and that's just fucking neat. So you can actually pull it off with a proper tool, and there's even a thing that pushes it on that I'm trying to figure out. Meanwhile, we've got 6 things apart, nothing done. This will be done. This will be done. Mark my words. So I'm just getting this pulley pusher honor thing figured out. And once I got that set up, I'll show you what that looks like. Well, that's pretty fucking nifty. So there's threads inside the shaft. So this long bolt threads through that nut. And you spin that up, get your pulley on, put the little spacer, thread it in till it bottoms out. And then you hold that with a wrench and you turn this one, and I was doing it by hand already, but it stiffened up, and that threads down the bolt, pushes the pulley on. Fuck, wonders never cease to amaze. Okay, we'll get this hammered together, and then we'll have to get Dad to come up here with the McCormick and push the ton back up in the shop, because I can't start it right now because belts are... The belt for the water pump and the power steering are just hanging there willy-nilly like, so I don't really want it getting wrapped up in the fan. Okay, the pulley is permanently installed. I'm not sure what the fuck. Yeah, well, I mean, I know what it is. It's a new pump, and standards these days mean nothing. Fuck it, we'll just sell fucking overpriced fucking junk. So the goddamn pulley, I pressed it on, and I don't know, it pressed on. It didn't slip on it or anything. Pressed on with that little tool, so I don't know, took a bit of pressure to push it on, but not obscene. Anyway, put it together, fired the old truck up, and it was working all right. And all of a sudden, clang, kaboom, kerbang, and the fucking pulley went flying across the shop, just about took the tractor out. Well, that's good. So put it back on, and I put a bolt with a washer into it, and then it can't come off again, and then it decided it was just going to slip on the shaft. So like, you know what, I'm done fucking around, done, fixed, fuck you, cunt. Not in the mood anymore. So It's got a look probably a little bit close to how dog shit smeared on would be, but I'm trying to weld upside down with the MIG gun in there. Not much room for operating. If I knew I was going to have to weld the son of a bitch on, I'd have done it on the bench, but guess what? Fixed. Well, I don't need my flashlight on anymore. I got the starter all buttoned up on the old girl here. Rerouted my cables a little bit. Put a extra nut for a spacer just to get things out of the way a little bit. It was behind that black plastic thing where I had to run the other part of the signal wire too. Had to bust that plastic apart because it's made for clip that goes that way. So took it apart and there's a little threaded bolt on the inside, so I just put that through our eyelet. But I haven't got wrenches in here yet. We'll take those out in a minute. If you noticed, we got no dash and we got no baler monitors in here because I'm not 100% sure on where our little dribble was coming from. Pretty sure it's just coming up the tack cable. I put an O-ring in the bottom of it outside, so see if that does anything or not. But I'm going to run it with no dash for a couple days just to, so I can actually see what the fuck is going on. So I'm in. So this can get out of here. And we're gonna give the shop a good cleaning, and then I don't know. We've got two things that could come in. Probably bring in my 92 Chevy half-ton because it needs an intake manifold gasket, and I've got the gasket. So anyway, I suppose this video is probably long enough, so make sure you hit that like button and comment, subscribe for more, all that good stuff. Spring is springing, so pretty soon we'll be doing something actually half fucking exciting. Maybe we can get out in the field one day. So anyway, good enough. Talk to you in the next one.